Oh my god. That way, prioritizing having fun over having a certain number that I read. Hey friends, welcome back to the Train Cafe. My name is Tamaki and this is a cozy, safe space for creatives, for book and movie lovers, and for sensitive souls. I'm taking you guys along my day-to-day. It's kind of a random writing/reading vlog, and I also want to chat with you guys about some reading goals that I have for 2026. I don't have an amount of books that I want to read, but I have some soft intentions for my reading this year, and I just wanted to have a chat about reading goals in general, the pressure that I at least feel around reading sometimes. I also want to show you guys some books from my physical TBR that I want to get to this year. So it's gonna be a fun random reading/writing vlog. It's Monday, kind of a busy day, but I'm excited to take you guys along. Good morning. I just got ready, made myself a tea, and now I'm gonna do some journaling. It is time for a Froggo affirmation of the day. In every video, I have been pulling a little daily affirmation of these cute frog cards. This is just for the fun and for the whimsy, and I'm just gonna pull one for the people who are watching this video. I will make sure that laughter is a priority in my life. The little mouse is so cute. It's funny because while meditating, I was thinking about like how I don't laugh enough during the day and how I want to invite more fun into my life. So this is a lovely reminder. Yeah, I love that so much. I'm gonna make breakfast now. I call it book and breakfast, my time to read. I have the most diabolical cough right now because I was sick over New Year's and it's just not going away. So I might just be like diabolically coughing throughout this video. But I do have a peppermint tea. So I hope that does something. When I was younger, so like, I don't know, 8 or 9 or something, I read so many books. I would read everywhere. I would only wish for books. The feeling that I had back then, I feel like I've been searching for that feeling for years now. Sometimes I do feel that part of myself come back to me, but a lot of the times I just felt a lot of pressure around reading somewhere. So I've always been between enjoying reading a lot, but also feeling a lot of pressure and all those things. Point being, for 2026, I just want to have that feeling of absolutely wanting to read because it's just so much fun. I don't want to feel like I have to perform for anyone when it comes to my hobbies. So this year I really just want to read what I want to read, and get back to that childlike wonder But with that being said, I do have some reading goals. I'm calling them soft reading intentions for 2026. These are just kind of things that where I just want to challenge myself a little bit, but I'm not setting myself a certain number of books that I have to read or anything like that. And I'm just kind of challenging myself with an intention. First of all, embrace the mood reader. I do like making lists. However, at the end of the day, I'm a mood reader and I want to embrace that more. I truly want to embrace reading when I feel like reading and just not reading when I don't feel like it and not beating myself up about it. And if I don't like a book after 100 pages, I just want to DNF it. I don't want to take the joy out of reading. And if a book is not interesting me, if it's just not for me, then I want to be more capable of DNFing it. And that way, prioritizing having fun over having a certain number that I read. So I'm embracing the mood reader and I'm proudly mood reading in 2026. One challenge that I am setting for myself is to read one book in Japanese. Reason being, I am really insecure about my Japanese reading skills because I am half Japanese. I feel like I say this in every video, it's kind of annoying, right? But I'm half German, half Japanese. My German is normal, like I went to a German school and everything, but my Japanese is slacking and it makes me feel very insecure, and oftentimes I would just like shy away from reading in Japanese because I'd be like, I can't do it anyways. But I don't want to do that anymore to myself because I've come to understand that like, yes, I still have a lot to learn in Japanese, but you know what? That's okay. I can talk to my family. I understand basically everything. All this to say, I want to show myself that I can understand Japanese and I can read Japanese. And even if this takes extremely long, like even if this takes the whole year, I want to show to myself that I can do it. I'm reading Lonely Castle in the Mirror by Mizuki Tsujimura in Japanese. I've actually read it in English before. It's one of my favorite books, so I think it's good that I already know the story and I wanted to reread it anyways. And then I found it secondhand in Japan, so I'm just like really excited to get into it. Another intention that I have is to read more nonfiction books. Originally, I wanted to say read one nonfiction book per month, but then I was like, you know what, that's going in the direction of pressuring myself again. And I don't want to do that, but the reason I'm saying more nonfiction books this year is that I just want to see if books that are more in line with my personal interests, if those nonfiction books, you know, are more interesting to me, and I just want to learn more. I want to curate my own personal, magical, whimsical library, basically. I really want to focus on my interests in reading this year. And in general, I'm like a fantasy, magical realism, witchy, vampy reads kind of person. And I just really want to embrace my love for these types of books more and really go out of my way to find more books in that category and really build up my personal library, because oftentimes I found that in 2025 I would just read books that like I was just reading them out of habit and not even because I'm genuinely so passionate about it. And this year I just want to read more books that I'm genuinely passionate about. Another intention is to read around the world. I read a lot of English books and some German books, and I feel like I could diversify my reading in so many ways. So I want to read more translated fiction, especially women's translated fiction. I feel like I am doing it more, but I really want to focus on it this year. My friend recommended to me a really, really good website that I can link down below, so thank you, where you can kind of go on the world map and just click on a country and see some book recommendations, and I feel like it's a really good place to start. My last intention for 2026 is to read more random books. What I mean by this is that oftentimes I feel like I just look at Goodreads reviews, and if the reviews aren't that good, I'm really hesitant to read a book. But on the other hand, sometimes I would just borrow a book from the library that I hadn't really heard about before that just sounded good to me and my personal taste. I have also found some gems through doing that, so I just want to do that more and not just read books that I've seen everywhere already, but give more books a chance, especially if they sound like something that I would love. just wrote an email and it took me, I think, like 20 something minutes. I don't know if it's just me. I don't think so. I feel like a lot of people struggle with emails, but I genuinely struggle with writing emails so much. It takes me so long. I have to rewrite an audiobook episode and I'm kind of in a time crunch, but I also have like a few things that I'm really unsure about, so I just asked my colleague what to do about those things. I had a really bad writing day on Saturday because, I don't know, I had to get it done on Saturday because I don't have as much time this week to get it done. With writing, it's like some days it just doesn't flow. I normally don't really overthink it when I have a bad writing day because I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Like, after a bad writing day comes a good one. That's kind of my mindset. So I'm like, it's okay if I have a bad writing day. However, on Saturday it stressed me out so much because I'm in a time crunch. So I was like, I can't really afford to have bad writing days. Anyways, it's Monday now. I'm feeling a bit better mindset wise because I'm like, you know what? I've been putting in a lot of effort and work, and the only thing that I can do is show up every day and like give my best, and that's honestly the only thing that I can do. I think I'm just gonna continue writing for now. This cough sounds not so good. I'm taking a 10-minute break right now. I'll link the videos down below, but I have been using a Pomodoro video, which is like an Animal Crossing video, and it's 40 minutes work time and then 10 minutes break. I like the 40-10 for me personally. I feel like I get a lot done that way. Anyways, I'm just taking a little break, and it's snowing like crazy outside. I am having a better writing day today, and I realize how much it has to do with mindset, and also because I really took a break yesterday and did nothing. I feel like I'm feeling so much more refreshed. I just wrote for, I don't know how long that was actually, 2.5 hours or something like that. Yeah, I'm feeling much better than I did on the weekend. You're not a bad writer if you have a bad writing day. Bad writing days are truly part of the process. It is still annoying, and it's valid to be sad and annoyed about it when you're in that situation, but just as a reminder. Anyways, now I'm gonna make some lunch. I just threw some stuff together. A bit of miso soup and rice with kimchi, some beans and cucumber, and that's gonna be my lunch. Oh my god. We have a lot of books here. I want to share some of the physical books that I have on my TBR for this year. What I'm reading right now is The Story of the Lost Child by Elena Ferrante, which is the 4th book in the Neapolitan series. I talk about this series in every single YouTube video, so I'm sure you're sick of me. I would recommend this book to everyone on this earth, everyone. I'm also reading Period Power by Maisie Hill. It's a nonfiction about periods and cycles. I do know quite a lot about cycles at this point because mine is all over the place, but I felt like it would be good to, you know, freshen up my memory and hopefully learn more. Let's go through the YA fantasy books. I have A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy I. Lin. This is about Ning, who accidentally poisoned her own mother with a tea, and now she's trying to find a cure for it. So she enters a competition in order to find someone who can help her, I think. So basically this is a fantasy book about tea making and tea, but like magical tea, and I love tea. If there's one thing, I love tea. A fantasy book all about magical tea making sounds really good to me. Then I have 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. The cover is so beautiful. Basically, Princess Shiodi's brothers get cursed and they get turned into cranes, and she cannot speak of this curse Otherwise, her brothers will die, so she has to try and save them. I don't know if this is literally Japanese folklore, but the names sound Japanese to me. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Another YA fantasy book that I'm so excited about is Legend Born by Tracy Dion. I have seen this everywhere on Bookstagram, and I have heard so many good things about this. It's about magic powers and demons feeding on human energies. To be honest, I'm going into this quite blindly, which is why my explanation is really bad right now. But I think this also deals with grief. Yeah, I'm excited to see what everyone's raving about with this one. This book is one of those random books that I picked at a book swap just because it looked beautiful. I mean, it looks so beautiful. Wildwood Dancing by Juliette Marillier. It only says 5 adventurous sisters, 4 dark creatures, 3 magical gifts, 2 forbidden lovers, 1 enchanted frog. Cross the threshold into the wildwood and enter a land of magic, daring, betrayal, and true love. I don't know. Something about this. The thing that got me was the 1 enchanted frog. I'm like, what do you mean enchanted frog? I also love frogs, so I was like, yes. I have 2 gothic kind of vampy books on my physical TBR. Vlad, The Last Confession by C.C. Humphreys. This is a retelling of Dracula. I don't know much more about it, so I'm jumping into this completely blindly. I love everything vampires and Dracula, so I'm happy to read a retelling of it and see what he makes of Dracula's character. I had no storage space. What I was saying is, my sister got me Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I don't know if I'm saying the name right. It's about Maxime de Winter, who's obsessed with his wife, but she passes away and he remarries, but the new wife moves into the house, and it's about like the fact that the former wife, Rebecca, is still there in many ways. I feel like I explained that really badly, but I'm very excited to read this. Another book that she got me for Christmas, which I'm so grateful for, is this gorgeous, gorgeous edition of Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I have not read this classic yet. I watched the movie by Greta Gerwig, and I really enjoyed that movie, so I'm excited to read this book. People rave about it all the time, and also just this edition is so beautiful, so yeah. I think it's the first part of the book, because I think the book is actually like 3 something parts long, so this is the first part. But yeah, I'm so excited to see how it is. Last but not least, a book that I have mentioned in so many TBR lists over the last 2 something years, and I still have not gotten to this book. I am a mood reader, as we've discussed, but it's Breasts and Eggs by Mieko Kawakami. I've heard mixed things about this book, and I think I've been a bit hesitant to start it. I just need to be in the right headspace to read this book, I feel like, and I just haven't reached for it yet, but I really do hope to read it this year. Anyways, I have to continue with my work right now, because it's like 2 p.m. and I still have like 10 pages to write today, or like to rewrite. And then I also wanted to edit something for my Substack, so we'll see, but I really need to get going with this. It's 4:20, it's almost dark, and I just finished my rewrite. I am so relieved because tomorrow, not really tomorrow at work, but like I still have a whole day to just go over it again and like make little changes and then send it off, so I'm feeling so very relieved. Hey friends, it's actually the next day. I kind of forgot to film anything last evening. Honestly, I was feeling a bit down yesterday evening and ended up scrolling on YouTube Shorts, which is a very different kind of brain rot. I just wanted to be honest, so yeah, that was my evening yesterday. But I'm feeling better and really enjoyed chatting to you guys about my reading goals and whatnot. So I'm gonna end this week's vlog here. I wish you guys a lovely rest of your day. See you guys next week. Bye!